So, back to the occult and murder, occult organized crime syndicate. The murder part, a lot of times, happens through the NSA. The occult, there's that handful of people, rotten apples in the NSA that are also into the occult, and they believe very strongly that without them the military would not survive. But the military would survive, and it would be better than it has ever been. And we would get a president who we voted for. You know, the other thing about the people in the occult is they think that they know better what people need. But they're coming from this whole place of mental illness, and they're trying to subject their will on us. And we have free will, but the NSA doesn't agree that that's a good thing. They think that's a bad thing, and that people don't know what's best for them. But again, they're, as in the last, if you want to look it up, I have about 10 posts about mental illness, and that's what they look for, someone who is mentally ill, and then they put them in the NSA, and then they can brainwash them very easily. Once you've been abused, you're much easier to brainwash and get to do some evil things that you wouldn't normally do. So that is the problem that Edward Snowden was trying to show. Of course, the intelligence agencies intercepted the records and deleted a whole bunch of them, the ones that were incriminating, and there were a lot. Evidently, he knew which ones to take, which records to take, and he made them public, and the NSA intercepted them before they went out, and a cool 40% is me, because there's really no reason for anybody to be monitoring me. I mean, they've been monitoring me via satellite as long as there has been an internet and satellites. So a long time. And before that, they were monitoring me, like in a car down the street with binoculars. So I've never done anything. They, not even, nothing. And the NSA feels that if I do anything, like if I shoplift, it's okay for them to kill me. So again, that is something else that's illegal that the NSA does, that Edward Snowden was outing. And their little side business of video recording the women that they have under surveillance, and then putting them out as porn videos, when I didn't know I had all this surveillance on me, and thought that I lost the cult pretty soon after I left. I remember I was still on the East Coast when I'm pretty sure I lost them, and which is hard to do. So that got them angry too. But the thing is, they're just just because they want to have me to videotape and take advantage of, that's not a good reason to keep somebody under surveillance. It's illegal. They break into my house all the time. They have, if I put something on a storage, buy a, an extra hard drive and put something on the storage, they'll break into my house, and they won't take the storage, but they will strip it of any information it has and then break it. So, it makes everything I do hard. And then they torture me. They put bad smelling bacteria and fungus on me all the time. They'd inject fungus and bacteria into my gums, and stuff on my teeth to make them turn brown, and just fun. And then last Thanksgiving, they broke in and put a monitor in my bowel using an electric elephant prod, and they zapped it on my spine and broke my back. So that when they have me under surveillance and I'm crawling around and screaming in pain for a year, they all could have a good laugh. This is the people who helped Trump get in to office, and I haven't been saying anything. At first I didn't. Hold on. Because I didn't have my memory back. But once I got my memory back, I wasn't allowed to say anything because it would ruin their big plan. Well, there's no big plan, and I didn't ruin anything, so now it's the 11th hour, and I gotta say something about it. So Edward Snowden, somebody should find the original stuff that they gave to the Guardian and go through it for illegal activities. I mean, I'm sure it's not legal to break into somebody's house and ruin their stuff. That a lot of my stuff has been stolen. I don't have any money. They stopped me from going to somebody who had money by calling up. See, they get a Mooc. They get one of their own to work for somebody who I might want to try to get to, and that way they can intercept me and never get to the person I need to get to. And I was going to get some money that was owed me, and they called up the person the Mooc who worked for him, and said don't let her get through to him. Now they know how hard that was on my back. I drove 1,500 miles, and it's really hard. The car rides are really hard just because that little bit of vibration on my spine. And that was just cruel, And then they laugh about it. They think it's hysterically funny. They're keeping me a slave. This is the United States government we're talking about. And they're keeping me a slave, think that's funny, break my back, think that's hilarious, keeping me from getting any money to help me along. That's my money. Now, I don't know whether they had somebody else steal it in the meantime, which is something they help to do all the time. They help to intercept my phone calls, my emails, and what they do with that is, I think, then they send somebody out to torture whoever it was who was trying to call me. They're really like evil, not geniuses, but evil mother. So I just can't keep this up anymore. You guys, somebody has to stop them, and evidently I can't. I'm kind of wondering about Trump. If I was 14, I believe, when he raped me. Is there a statute of limitations if you're a minor? Because something has to be done about that man. But something has to be done about this whole situation of opening the door for Russia, having people inside the NSA opening the door for Russia, and having the man who tried to out them as a person who is not even able to come into the country without being arrested for life. There's something really, 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 really wrong. Really, really wrong with this country. And without the help of the military and the might of the military and all the spy equipment and things that they have, the murder occult, the Moocs, the murder occult organized crime people, would not be able to function like they do. They'd go back to being, you know, the witches stirring the cauldron people, and they wouldn't be nearly as powerful as they are. If, you know, if somebody like Trump wants to use them to bomb Syria, all he has to do is say he's going to pay them. And there's crooked mooks there in the military that'll do it for him. So God bless Edward Snowden. I wish that you would reconsider President Obama and pardon him. And I wish that somebody would have listened to me over the last 10 years, and so we wouldn't be in this mess right now.